Hi everyone, this is Dr. Shala Vaidya, and this is how to sit in meditation on the floor. So sitting in meditation on the floor is the pose that you often see people in, and it's comfortable for some, but not so comfortable for others. So if it's not comfortable for you to sit on the floor, remember you can sit in a chair, but this is how to make yourself more comfortable if you are sitting on the floor. So you can see that I'm sitting on a cushion here. This is called a zafu, and you can get these at meditation places, or you can just simply use a blanket. The whole point is that you want to sit in such a way that your knees and your legs, which are against the ground, are going to be comfortable and supported. So a simple blanket will do. Now I'm also sitting on a zabuton, or a meditation cushion, and this one is filled with buckwheat, and it's fitted to my height because I'm short. This is the one, well, not short, but also the way my hips insert into my pelvis. This is the one that is the most comfortable for me. So I actually had it fitted for me from a person at a yoga show, actually from a person who was selling them. And when I'm sitting on this zabuton, you can see that my hips are a little bit forward. My knees and my legs are against the ground, and it's actually pretty comfortable. So if you saw me from the side, you would see that my pelvis is slightly tilted forward, and my spine is maintained in that neutral spine. So you can see the natural curvature of the lower lumbar spine, the curvature of the thoracic spine, and the cervical spine. So I can easily roll my shoulders up and back here, bring my chin in, and this is comfortable for me. Now, when you're finding a spot that's comfortable for you, there's a few things you want to check out. Not every meditation cushion is going to be suited to your body. Some people need more flat ones. Some people need higher ones. If you're somebody that needs a little bit of a higher one, I'll just demonstrate what you may see. I have two meditation cushions put together here, which is not, I don't want you to use two cushions, get one that actually fits. But you can see that if I sit on this cushion, it's a little bit too high for me, but I'm up a little bit higher, and there's more space for my belly. You'll see that my knees are coming up a little bit, and that's okay. But you don't want to just kind of leave them hanging. You can get these other cushions to put underneath, or what I usually do is just grab a blanket and roll it up and support my knee from under that. And that usually works quite well as well. So once again, I'm sitting down, my knees and my back are supported. There's not too much pressure on my feet. That's another thing. And again, I'm sitting in a neutral spine position. So when I'm sitting appropriately, or when it's comfortable, my spine will actually just naturally come into this position, which again, you can see probably not so well, but it'll come up. And that's important, because what we don't want, if you're sitting on a cushion that's too small for you, you may end up curving forward, like it's not supporting your best, it's not the most comfortable, and you may actually end up moving forward. So we don't want that, because that puts a lot of torque on the lower back, and it also constricts the belly. So these are some tips and techniques. Now, for some of us, sitting in this lotus position, in this meditation position, is not comfortable at all. And it doesn't mean you can't do it. It just may mean that your body doesn't move that way, and that's perfectly fine. So some people actually prefer to sit in a straddled way, and they can do that sitting on a bolster. So this is a yoga bolster. It's pretty firm, but again, when I sit on it, it allows my hips to be higher than my knees, and it's actually pretty comfortable, and it brings my back again into that neutral spine position. Just turn around so you can see here. So my pelvis is just slightly forward, and my spine is rising from the pelvis. Roll the shoulders up and back, bring the chin in, and this is actually a pretty comfortable position for me and for many people. So if that works for you, great. Now, some people also like to use meditation chairs, and I've got this really nice fancy one that I bought again at a yoga show from a company here in Canada. There are many ones that you can buy, and you can often pull the legs off of them, so they're portable. And a lot of people like this. Again, the seat is tilted slightly forward so that when you sit on it, your pelvis is brought a little bit forward, and it brings you into a nice position. So I also enjoy sitting here, but I'll tell you, for me, if I'm meditating for a long time or at a retreat, I often need to switch how I'm sitting because sitting in one way may over time become uncomfortable. And it's also good to just move the body around a little bit. So those are your options. If you're not comfortable sitting, see if you can find a meditation teacher or a store that sells meditation cushions, because they can actually help you find the right size. That's really important, and that's why people feel that they can sit in meditation for a long time. It's because they've got the right cushion. The rest of it is fluff. Like I said, you can go all out and buy the Zabuton, but a folded blanket does just as fine, and pillows underneath your knees. They don't have to be these fancy meditation ones. They can be regular ones. Although if you are meditating for a while, you might find it worth the investment to buy buckwheat filled ones, because they are pretty comfortable. I hope that helps.